your jaws.
Put the gun down before you kill someone.
Teenage Girl's Diary.
Hello and welcome to another Dollar Store Drive-In. I'm your host, Laura.
I'm Joel.
And this is Shaggy's giant head in the way.
He doesn't want to move for some reason, so I guess we're just rolling with it.
This is what we're doing.
This
is
is
our
life
life.
now.
Yes. Jinx.
Oh, no, I can't. Oh, wait, no, I did talk.
Oh, yeah.
What happens when you talk during Jinx?
I think you have to buy me a Coke or something.
That's before that, though. Are we cursed now?
Joel.
What? No, it's too late. I've already spoken. Well, we'll see you next week.
I don't know what's happening.
I don't know what happens with Jinx. Anyway.
Yes. So, this show is a half-hour show-ish where we watched a movie previous and then we review said movie. Usually the qualifications for it are that they have to either be under $5 and typically purchased from a discount place, right? So it could be a downloaded thing from Amazon or something like that, but most of the time it's like Dollar Tree, Dollar Store, Goodwill, Salvation Army. Sometimes we get people that actually send us movies to watch, which is really super awesome. If you've got a movie that you'd like us to review, come on. We'll be nice to you. I promise.
We'll critique it, but not be critical.
Yes. We will be nice.
We also try to stick within the horror and or thriller / sci-fi-ish genre.
Yes, which brings us to our movie today.
And also, because of the movie today, you may notice that we're a little more casual than normal.
We'll get to that. It's also the morning, and we usually record this at night, and so we've got things to do, man.
The veneer is broken.
Yeah, he feels very
weird.
A certain way. He feels a certain way about his outfit today. But hey, show him your shirt. This is a horror host channel, so do you know who that is?
I know a lot of you who are in the horror host community know Cremation is my horror host from my youth. So.
Yeah, because he's from the Kansas City, Missouri area. And
Roberta Solomon, right there. This is one of my favorite shirts. I need to get another one that's in a slightly more appropriate size, but I love this shirt.
Yeah, it's a good shirt. My
wife helped me find it.
I'm wearing Skull Moss today because, I'm repping the Salem, the podcast. It's a really good podcast if you're into Salem. They talk about the history of Salem and
not the cat.
The cool, fun things to do in Salem. They're tour guides, so yeah. Check it out, Salem the podcast. I don't know why we're promoting all these other people today, but this is our life right now.
But for this week, we watched
High Voltage,
a movie about rock and roll and death.
Yes, and so that's why the look.
I was trying to make excuses.
Revenge is worth dying for.
Is it though?
That's what it says.
Is it worth the music that they made?
I feel like Luke Wilson wasn't in this very much.
I mean, he was kind of in it. He kind of was lukewarm.
Okay, so I'm going to read the synopsis of said movie.
She's actually got one to read. She's very excited about this.
I am. High Voltage, an emerging rock band managed by industry vet Jimmy Clean, which is David Arquette, strike a deal with record executive Rick Rowland, that is Luke Wilson. Things take a sinister turn when the band's lead singer, Rachel, and her mother, Barb, are struck by lightning and killed. Rachel's brought back to life, but she is different than before. Lightning courses through her veins, and she uses her new strange electrical powers to drain the life from men, turning it into electrifying stage performances. But just how far are the band willing to go to make it? There's also a director's commentary.
We didn't watch the director's commentary because we didn't feel like there was a lot of direction.
Yeah.
Did I let my cards show too early? Perhaps.
Yeah, David Arquette is in this also. So David Arquette and Luke Wilson, I feel like, are the pretty big named people.
The girl that's in it has done other things. I forget what show we said she was on. We figured it out. You're like, she's familiar. And then I was like, oh yeah.
Well, her mom was familiar.
Oh, maybe it was a mom that we were talking about.
Yeah, and she was on Nip Tuck or something like that, wasn't it? Something like that.
I don't remember now, to be honest. If I think about it when the editing is happening, I'll throw it in here.
Her name is Harry Reeves.
You can look it up yourself.
Yeah.
You've got the internet. You know where the cat videos are.
Yes.
So before we get into the
Meat and taties.
my little notes here.
Meat and taties.
Should we watch an assemblage of clips known as a trailer?
Maybe. Is the trailer pulling in right now?
It can pull in whenever you want.
Beep beep.
Guess the trailer's here.
Let's go.
Once there was a band, 3 people brought together by music. I brought my axe, Rachel brought her golden voice, and Scott brought the tunes. Thought maybe my luck had changed. It did. It got worse. Struck by lightning, dead for 3 hours, her mom killed right next to her. So you think after that, she'd take it easy? Wrong. You cheat death, you don't cash out. You double down. That lightning did something to her, I'm telling you.
You never did that before. There's a lot of things I've never done before. I keep 50% of whatever the band makes, and I want $1 million in marketing. Why don't we move somewhere a little bit more private?
Said she had mental problems, not magical powers.
And we're back. Yep. You've got some things to read, don't you?
Oh yeah, I do have some notes. We always have notes about the film.
I'm sure Joel probably threw some lovely raspberries in there. Sorry,
Maybe.
my eyeball is...
And I got some pictures. I always got little things I drew on here. I've got a lightning bolt, an eyeball, a one-eyed ghost. And does that remind you of my little woodblock skeleton over there that lost his eyeballs?
Is that where you got the inspiration from?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Except he's got his eyeballs, because the eyeballs on the one over there, they fell off.
They did. All right.
So, High Voltage is from 2018. Currently sitting at 3.8 out of 10 on the Internet Movie Database. This is written and directed by one Alex Kladigian.
I thought you were going to say P. Keaton.
Kladigian. What?
P. Keaton.
Alex P. Keaton. No, Kladigian? Keleddjian. I swear before we did this, I was like, I know how to say that. Now that we're doing this, I don't know
I'm
how
guessing
to say
it's like a j noise, not a Dejian.
Kelejian?
Kelejan. I'll bet you.
We'll go with that. The only other thing that they have any other real things are other than for this movie, they were the creator of the Project Greenlight from 2001 to 2015, which Project Greenlight, if you remember, was the Matt Damon, Ben Affleck thing.
That's exactly what I thought you were talking about.
That ran originally in the 90s, and then it stopped, and then I guess they rebooted it with this guy.
Oh.
They were still involved, but yeah. So he did that, and then this. Okay, so this stars one David Arquette, who you may know from Scream. Little movie came out a couple years ago.
Tiny movie from Scream.
Not too many people know about that. Dream with the Fishes, which is, in my opinion, his pinnacle performance. If you've not seen it, it's from 1997. It's fantastic with Catherine Irby. Check it out. And the very underrated Eight-Legged Freaks.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Eight-Legged Freaks.
If you liked arachnophobia, Eight-Legged Freaks is like that, but ratcheted up there. I like Eight-Legged Freaks.
Do you?
Haven't seen it in a long time.
There's a lot of big spiders in that.
There's a lot of big spiders. There's another movie that just came out recently that was about killer spiders that was funny. Oh, Big Ass Spider. That's another good one if you want to watch silly spider movies. Mm-hmm. And then there's one that's come out more recently than that I can't think of the name of. But
Big Ass Spider. Sweet.
Yeah. It's so good. If you've not seen it, chef's kiss. All right. Luke Wilson, who you may remember from the good Wes Anderson movie, Bottle Rocket. He was also in a little movie called Scream 2, which apparently was a sequel to that little movie called Scream. He was in Anchorman, which, fantastic.
Oh, he was in Scream 2.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Anchorman. And then he was in something called Bobbleheads, the movie. I can't make this up, kids. It's a real movie. Check it out. And we've been discussing some things we may be doing in the future. And perhaps if we ever find Bobbleheads, the movie out in the wild, we may have to do a review of it. And finally, Allie. Oh, man. I should have been better with my handwriting.
Oh, it's on here.
Is it Ganino?
It's like, Gonino.
Gonino?
Yeah.
Okay. Allie Ganino. She's done a lot of TV. Then she was in a movie called Cougar Hunting. And no, it's not like a safari show.
Oh.
And she was in a movie called Ring Ring.
Ring ring.
I assume it has something to do with telephones.
Ring ring.
Or it's about two people
Shouldn't
getting
do
married
that.
at the same time.
My dogs are getting like excited about ring ring.
I don't know why Ring Ring has made my voice go funky, but anyway. All right, so at this point, since that's all we're talking about, because I didn't write anything about Perry Reeves, which I should have because my wife knew who that was.
She's a bigger actress.
I just figured Allie was the lead, she was the female lead singer of the band, so
Was she, though?
should be. She was, and she was the main murderess.
Was she though?
She did. She murdered a lot of folks, kind of. But anyway, this is the part in the show where my wife says,
What'd you think?
and I say, "Man, I should get a drink of water."
You want some coffee? I have some coffee.
What?
I have some coffee.
It'll clear out. I just have like a throat in my frog. Well, I have complicated feelings about this film. Number one, when we bought it, I should say, we were at the Goodwill. I think no. This was a Dollar Tree one. The one for next week is a Goodwill find. I read the back and I saw murder, rock and roll, and Luke Wilson and David Arquette, and I was like, that's enough for me to justify, because it sounded like it wasn't really a horror movie and it wasn't really a thriller. It just sounded like it was going to be awful, and I don't think I was wrong.
Yeah.
Starts out with murder and music, and just kind of goes from there.
Doesn't really start off with murder.
She's about to go out for the show.
Oh, right.
She's
Well, that's
in the
like a
bathroom.
flash forward kind of thing. You're
Yeah.
right.
And then she with a guy, and then he's all like
I forgot that they did that.
crispy afterwards.
Yeah.
In the
it was
bathroom.
Like flash forward, and then they showed how she got to that lowly state.
Which somehow the concert still goes forward and nobody ever finds the body. Like they never really follow up like about the murders.
Ever.
There's not like a cop that's trying to like figure
Chase.
out why these people are dying of.
No, they mentioned it.
Yeah, but they're not like tracking them down really.
No.
Like, they're not coming to investigate.
Yeah, they're not like, someone dies at your show every single time, and you're a small band.
And they die the same way every time. It's not weird. I mean, it's the weird way that they die. So I guess, if somebody
Yeah.
dies of a lightning strike, you're not going to be looking at.
Their like faces melted off from like the electricity.
They look kind of like if Freddy Krueger and the light bulb man, the electrical light bulb guy from the ads, had a baby. It feels like a TV movie. I don't know that it is, but it definitely feels like one.
It does feel like a TV movie.
Like soft focus and lots of not very well written music, and
Even though it's supposed to be all about music and rock and roll. It's not even rock and roll.
no, it's kind of like somewhere between like yacht rock
She does
and
a lot of like
vocalizations.
Her voice is beautiful like an angel's.
So yeah, it's kind of like if the Little Mermaid and Yacht Rock had a baby, if that makes sense. Looking at you.
Yacht Rock and who?
And Ariel from The Little Mermaid
Oh,
had like a baby.
yeah.
What else? It's very quiet for a movie about rock and roll. It's very quiet. It's very slow. And I even wrote here, music is, and then I put some ellipses, odd.
It is odd.
And
I will say that I'm going to give you a quiz or a poll. Yeah. Did I fall asleep? I'm going to give you like 3 seconds to take a guess. Ready, set.
I don't know if that music's copyrighted. Probably is. Oh, this is a YouTube. Never mind.
What do you think? Did I fall asleep? What do you think, Joel?
Oh, I know what happened.
I know. Did I?
Yeah.
I didn't.
She didn't actually. This seems like one where you'd be like, of course she did. And I figured, we'd play that up, but no. She actually stayed awake for this one.
Yeah.
Which makes me sad because that means she's not going to be able to deduct those points.
No.
It's
really hurty.
But it's not really horror. It's very overly dramatic, and they do have the Wilhelm scream in there, which is fun.
You love that.
The lightning was kind of cool, but not like mega lightning.
He scared me.
Sorry, Shaggy.
Scared me, not Shaggy. Shaggy was like, eh.
He's like, "Are you okay, Mom?" I forgot about the fat bat. There's a fat bat on here.
I love fat bat.
Didn't care about anything in the movie. I didn't care about the characters. Didn't care about the storyline. Didn't care for the music. Didn't care for the trailer that we just saw. Probably. I don't know. I haven't watched it yet.
I didn't care for any of it.
It just...
I cared for Luke Wilson and David Arquette.
But did you in the context of the film?
No,
though?
I was characters? Like this. I'm like, do they forget how to act?
I mean, they both have had pretty successful careers and done some pretty great things.
It's just a very bad script.
But either they must have fallen on some, times, or if you think about it, actors and screenwriters and directors and everything are freelance, like employees. Like they don't have a steady gig. So if nobody's calling, they're not working, and if they're not working, they're not got any sort of income stream. So sometimes you gotta do the high voltage movies to pay the electric bills. You know what I mean?
That's clever. You're so clever.
Sometimes. So my guess is that they were in between things, because it was 2018, so Scream 6 wasn't happening yet. Scream 5 wasn't happening yet.
No.
And so, that's David Arquette's kind of current claim to fame, Dewey. And Luke Wilson, I don't know. Other than the Wes Anderson movies, I don't know. I'm pointing at Dewey right there. I can see him.
Are you watching?
Luke Wilson, outside of the Wes Anderson joints, I don't know what else he's doing these days. I don't see him a lot. I hear more about Owen than Luke. And the other Wilson brother that I don't even remember his name. Wilson. Wilson from Ring Ring.
Well, Wilson is the...
Oh, you're talking about from... No, that's like their dad. I wrote down this movie was shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
shockingly boring
reaction I was expecting. Do we want to talk about the twist? Or are we going to leave that as a spoiler? Twist.
You can leave it as a spoiler.
There's a twist in the film that she figured out really early on.
It's not.
Almost at the beginning of the film. She already knew what was going on. But it was supposed to be a shocking twist. And it kind of made me hate the character even more. Like the lead girl character. I really didn't care for her. But
she's kind of a wet blanket.
Ew.
And it seemed very odd because okay, so it's a mother and a daughter duo, but she's obviously not a teenager, but they were treating her like she was a teenager. But she could drink and go about her life, but her mom treated her like she was 15, and that she was with these men that I don't know, just it seemed very odd.
Yeah.
But
because the lead guitarist guy that she kind of gels with, that starts the whole thing, is 33.
Mm-hmm.
David Arquette's character is 53. There's a drummer or something that they don't really talk about. He's probably in his 30s, or at least in his late 20s. Yeah, and the mom's just like, okay, have fun storming the castle.
Yeah, she's like, have fun with your friends. Like, she's dropping her off and, like, I don't know.
Picking
It's
her
just
up.
very odd.
It's a strange relationship.
She'd get mad and she's like, now stop playing with your friends now. Let's go home. You know, and I'm like, she's in her 20s. Like, at least over 21. It was weird. That part didn't gel and didn't make sense.
And then there's the ending.
Yeah. It just ends in a dumb way. Not a good way.
I mean,
There's no rhyme or reason for it. It just ends in a dumb way.
we're calling spoilers, so we're not going to tell you what happened, but let's just say that
It ends in a dumb way.
it's kind of like the Murder on the Orient Express. There, it was kind of original, and it was interesting. Here, that's not what happened, but it's the closest thing I can think of off the top of my head. Yeah. We both looked at each other and like, did that just end? What the hell just happened? I don't know if they ran out of money, the screenwriter had a heart attack. Oh, wait, no, that was the
It's like
director.
birds.
The Birds was fantastic.
No, I know. But, like,
Oh.
how it just, like, why?
We're just kind of,
Like,
you never
why?
really get a clear answer.
Why?
Yeah, there's no reason.
And why isn't it still happening?
And who was actually narrating?
Oh, yeah.
Because the narration doesn't
He
make
was.
sense. I know. But the narration doesn't make sense based on what happens at the end of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
You're
Narrating.
like, huh?
Hmm.
How is he narrating?
Yeah.
Because of,
Yeah, things.
yeah, maybe I gave way too much, but you're smart people. If you watch this, which don't, you'll figure it out pretty quick. So, I don't really have a whole lot else to say about it.
So on a
honestly.
scale of 1 to 5, fried faces.
Oh. What am I going to put up for that? The fried
Probably
faces?
Dwight with his skin
Did he
thing.
cut off the face
That's
of
kind of what he looked like.
Kind of, sort of. Except it was glowing, it was pulsating. Like when you have a boil or a pustule something. Pustule? Alright.
Anyways, what would you give
Can't
it?
Stop doing this. What?
No, what would you give it?
Oh, 1 out of 5. What was it? Fried faces?
Mm-hmm.
Oof. I feel bad because David, I love David Arquette. Apparently, things are happening down there. And Luke Wilson is fine, but I feel like it's like 0.5,
Yeah.
maybe. I was hoping the music would save it, but
I'm gonna give it a 1. I didn't fall asleep, and I like David Arquette and Luke Wilson. That's a 1.
that equals 3 equals 1.
That's a 1 for me. Dog.
And I think my 0.5 is just for those two, but everything else in it was so poorly executed in the bathroom stalls that I can't get behind it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, anyways, if you don't want to watch High Voltage, what do you recommend they do watch?
Oh, it's that time already. So I actually had a couple of suggestions, and after thinking about it, I feel like this is the closest thing I could think of that would be a good movie to watch. It has a kind of similar storyline in a way, ish, sort of, kind of. And that would be, I forgot to write the date here. I want to say this was 2022. The Dave Grohl masterpiece, Studio 666.
Yes.
It's a movie about the band. You might have heard of them. I don't know. They're kind of small. The Foo Fighters, who go to a house to record their new album, and one of them gets possessed by a thing. We won't go into too much because you should watch it, and we don't want to spoil anything.
Mm-hmm.
And bad things start happening because of that possession, and people start dying left and right, which is kind of what happens here.
It's pretty gory. It's pretty good.
Very bloody, very over the top, very funny. Think Evil Dead meets Spinal Tap. I don't know.
Oh, that's very good.
It's fantastic. I did it as a blind buy just because we both love the Foo Fighters, Dave Grohl, everybody involved with that, and it was well worth the money. Actually, I need to watch that again. We actually should watch that with
I
kid
agree.
might even like it.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
Check it
Joel
out.
Bob says, check it out.
Joel Bob. You should just say Joel Bob.
Yeah.
We're gonna get sued.
We're going to get, no, because cremation will save us.
All right, and then so what do we? Oh, you hurt Shaggy.
I
No,
just
you didn't
blew up
hurt him.
Shaggy. I'm sorry. You got right, buddy? I didn't mean to hit you.
He didn't mean to throw a piece of paper on you.
I hit him with the paper.
So what are we watching next week?
All right. Shaggy went. All right, so this one was found at the Goodwill in Janesville.
Oh.
And this is, I'm want to make sure I get his last name spelled right, because I always say it, but I don't actually know. It's a Yuli Lamel film, which if there's two things to know about Mr. Lamel is that number one, the movies are always really low budget and pretty gross. Like you need a shower afterwards.
Oh.
And
Dirty.
but I bought it because I was looking at it and I'm like, this sounds kind of interesting, but definitely scary. The movie is called
Borderline Cult.
The Borderline Cult.
Okay.
I don't have high hopes for this.
420 victims and counting.
So I
Oh, borderline, like the border.
uh-huh.
It says Juarez, 420 victims and counting, and it says U.S. border, no trespassing.
Yeah. I have a feeling this one's going to be not good. So I'm just going to say that now.
Oh, yeah, this looks like rapey.
Oh, I didn't catch that part. I didn't read the synopsis. I just saw the front and I'm like, this looks kind of like...
It says, after 3 ruthless serial killers team up in the Mexican border town of Juarez, hundreds of women are abducted, tortured, and murdered in this grisly new thriller from famed horror master Uli.
I always say Yuli Lamel.
Lamel.
He's done a lot of...
Yeah, like...
I don't know. Maybe they just murder him?
I doubt it. What is she doing there?
She's checking out if her shoes tied?
Okay. We'll see. There's
I don't
like
know, it
video
was
cameras and
It was a blind buy.
chicken wire.
The picture looked like it was like a... Kind of like a See No Evil or like a... You know,
It's
like a slashery kind of
Sticky.
thing.
Oh, it's got tape on it. I was like, why is it sticky?
Because I bought it from the Goodwill in Janesville.
Who
Whatever that
gave
means.
this away?
It was brand new. It was in the package still.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Okay.
so I was like, this picture looks interesting. It's definitely horror.
I just to sit here.
And then after I got it home and I looked at the back and I saw who the director was, I still didn't read the thing. But now I'm feeling like maybe that was a bad choice.
No, it's fine.
There is no discrimination here. We'll watch anything and we'll talk about it.
It's
As long
true.
as it meets the criteria. I met the criteria.
Mm-hmm. So, where can they find us, Joel?
We're at home currently, but you can also find us at thenewlydeads.com. And here, coming up in December, you can find us at Wolf Hollow at the Krampus Market. We will be there. Krampus will be there. There will be things to be purchased, things to be seen, things to be smelled, things to be heard. And if you're naughty,
Things to be
you're
felt.
gonna be taken by Krampus in his bag and eaten.
Yep. All right. That's it? think
I'm
we're
out of
done.
stuff, so
Well, thank you very much for watching, and until next week.
keep it cheap and creepy.
Bye.
Go look after your mother and sister.
Where are you going? I'm gonna finish this. Goodbye, Tom.
Scary smelly fart, scary smelly fart. Close your nose or you will surely have to barf.